Hi everybody, Weather Guy here, and we are back with more Disco Elysium. And last time, you may recall, we got a game over. We ended our first session with a game over. Alright, we still have to talk to the cafeteria manager again. So right now we're kind of playing catch up on things. We're not too far back. I think we're about 20 minutes, but now we can sort of
Yes.
skip through the conversation a little bit.
From Precinct 57.
We're going to try to do most of the same responses.
District investigation.
Except for maybe with the kids.
From Precinct 41.
Are you kidding me? It's you.
See?
Is this what you get?
Sir.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while.
No, I only
So we're
just
going to skip
got
through the
here.
conversation real quick,
Probably
mostly.
have
Hope
a
y'all are
number?
doing good.
As a matter of fact,
This
Got their
sounds
number?
like something you can...
You said you just...
For Sylvie.
of Martinet?
But you still know...
Yes,
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have...
Yes,
All right, now we gotta
yes.
ask
You mean
him the
behind,
questions.
That's easy. Behind, that's easy. Behind, that's
Oh,
easy.
keep asking him the same
I
thing.
don't
Who killed
He
him?
doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree.
The local.
Did
Dock
the bother...
workers.
I don't really
Maybe.
know. I would suppose.
You mean the strike?
Yes, the strike.
Union.
The man they hanged was a
Guard,
security guard for
mercenary.
the harbour
Yep.
company.
Did you
What
kill
are
him?
you,
No, of course
crazy?
not. I have
The
another
lieutenant
question.
turns the page.
Why did
She went
Sylvie go
away
away? None of your
extra
business.
time.
All right, we did it.
Let's go.
Not so
Okay.
fast. You owe me 130 real.
All right, let's go through this.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right.
What exactly
money.
is money?
You
No,
owe-
it's asking what we
See,
owe-
Another thing you've
owe for, that's what it
annihilated
was.
is half the... What are you, a philosopher? Money is
getting my
what grown-up
bearings.
people use to pay...
Show 'em
Yes,
the coins.
it is. No, you see, that's for...
100
yes,
times smaller. That's
it
horrible.
is.
Isn't it evil? The order of
It
Darkness
does,
rides.
doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as
What happens
sorry.
now?
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You
I don't remember where my home
Good
is.
luck.
We did it. Okay.
By the way, where is home?
Really
But
don't
you've been
remember.
At this
South,
hospital, you
maybe?
don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like
I accidentally
somewhere you
picked a
could
different
stay
choice
if
than
you
myself.
run out of money. You can try. Run.
I think we're fine. All right, so let's try to do that now. This option. Start internalizing. Yeah. Oh, I see that in the middle. I was looking on the side last time I did this. Okay. Let's go. Now we go outside. Kind of really... There we go. I didn't like being so zoomed in. Now we return to the crime scene. We still have both of our mental stats intact, which is good. I think last time I was already down one. Oh, that's right. I lost one trying to track these footprints.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
We just go for it anyway, still? No, what kind
Heavy
of boots?
workers' boots would... Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
Okay, that's good enough. Can we talk to the kid? Who's a real jerk.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a...
Oh yeah, Napa good.
Police business. I think we can go through
Woman in
this
the dick.
most of the same.
The boy is sweating profusely.
Stop throwing
His
rocks in
eyes
my
are
crime
like two
scene.
black holes in his jaw.
The rake. He should throw the fuck. Does Kuno know what a rake is? He's calling us.
Sorry, I'm just trying to skip back to this comment though and help catch us back up. I hope y'all are doing good. I'm feeling pretty solid.
You will see.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to listen. I'm not going to mess with the kiddos. Let's try to get the body down.
The
Now we're on
corpse
new
looks
stuff.
at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Gross.
You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Ugh. Turn away. can we... No? Well, how do we get the body down?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
God, what is that?
The
Why is
body
it so
below
bad?
is entirely dedicated.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Let's go for it. Maybe it won't be that bad.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Try to walk away. Blech. Gross. Glad we don't actually see it. Okay.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
Just want to get the body down.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it,
Shish
distilled
kebab.
spirit and bits of shish kebab.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Wipe your mouth.
The hangover
Thanks.
is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Hey, where do we get ammonia from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't,
He points to the greenhouse.
there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Okay.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the wipe check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Okay. Check out the greenhouse. Okay. Ladders for kids, it wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Of course not. It's over here. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or
Lieutenant?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling in rags. He probably has one.
Okay. Yeah, we got the handkerchief. What else we got? All these things. Can we already do this? Oh, it's because we can't inspect it because we're still almost throwing up.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me.
Oh, no, we're not dealing with that. Last time that led to issues because they started yelling the R word at us, you know? Giving us accusations that we did not deserve. What's here? What was that? Magnesium. Okay. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Okay, there's stuff we can do here potentially. It's open.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
It's nothing. Someone just left some
Oh,
roofing
oops.
material slanted against. Because there's a
there.
secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Perfect. We're geniuses. I'm the world's greatest detective.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Alright, I want to check a couple more things before we go on. How close are we to a level up? Where do we... Oh, there it is. And then 55 out of 100. Getting closer to this. Yeah, we're at 4%. Oh, that takes... I see. Okay. Okay. We can't reach any of this other stuff. Okay, so let's just go in here. Lots of things in here. Silver plate with traces of bone and yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I love this bottom option. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Wink, wink. Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
How is... He points to the ladder in the corner. How is this below our pay grade and yet we're doing
see
a murder
that ladder
case?
there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Okay. What else we got? Poster says, get out of the way or get effed up. Here at Pig's Head, it looks mummified. Empty tube of magnesolum, magnesium supplement. Money. Now have $1. Take this ladder. Now we're up here. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Okay. The greenhouse. What's gonna make us climb all the way up, huh? Let's... Oh, I see. This was a roof up above all that. Okay. What was that? How do you tell what it is before you get it? Oh, we're just gonna take off. Grand Coron 37. Okay. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Doorway's gonna collapse soon. Great. Alright, let's continue. Seems like we can probably climb up there somehow. Maybe. Go more this way. It's hard to tell. Oh, there we go. Gain a Nosafed. Go. Now which way? Up here? Okay. We're getting high up. What is this? 90 cents. Let's go. What's this? $1? Oh man, we're gonna pay off our debt eventually. Okay, how do we get to... There. Okay. Just jump down. Look at that.
Looks like
Just do
someone
anything.
left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Policeman cloak. Is that my cloak?
When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak.
yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have
How
a
did I
habit
leave
of
that
being
all the way
careless
up
with your
there?
equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
I know what to do. Look
The
around.
wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
I'm gonna repeat that.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your
Yeah, we gotta
cloak.
get the cloak. Alright, so what I want to do is change my clothes so I'm better at jumping real quick. Seems like the solution, right? Take those off. These off. And okay. It's a jump and dive. Now let's try this again.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings
It's not
is
bad,
still caught
58%.
on the railing.
Here we go. Let's go.
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Continue with the voyage through the salty air. Oh, I like that one. Close your eyes, let the senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Continue the voyage through the salty air. Hell yeah.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive.
It's nice.
Alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Hell yeah.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Now we're here, let's get this. Take it. Alright, let's get dressed. Alright, so police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. Signature white rectangle RCM covers the garment's back. Nice, we're looking good. Looking more official. Can we go inside this room here? Oh, there we go. Ooh, lots of stuff. Okay. Here. Giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the arm. Radios emitting strange buzzing sounds.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike.
We can
Use
call
change."
We can call Sylvie.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Dial a random number.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
I might try this again later.
Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
No, we have her number, do we not? Oh, we have to use the shortwave. In Kim's car. Okay. That's silly. Coffee machine was left on. Standard office file cabinet, the drawer seemed to be locked. Is this where I work? Got magnesium again. Getting things to heal with whenever we inevitably mess up, so that's good.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like
Oh,
this.
Kim Kitsurugi's acting a lot like Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown
Browse the
folders.
folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many
Imports,
districts
exports.
where the imports are being sold. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Watch ourselves.
Hundreds of documents and the same materials. You already went through all of these. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are. How unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaran monk, focusing through not focusing. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more
But I
pleasing.
actually focus through not focusing.
You're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go.
You can try again.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden
Incredible.
well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However,
Mind
there
the note.
is a little
Dude.
handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
I play D&D a lot, right? And there's always this like little chaos bunny in your brain that wants you to just ignore the not the red herrings, but the carrots that the DM is giving you, right? The DM will give you a hint about what to do next, or there's some very obvious thing, but you have to see in your back of your mind, like, what if I just didn't do that, you know? But here, it's like, you gotta do it. And of course, when you're playing D&D, you should generally just try to go along with it for the most part.
It appears to
Within
be
reason.
a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants,
Okay.
sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Boring.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood?
Take another look at the note.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
Okay.
All items on the list have been crossed out. The drawer.
What else we got? What was this thing? Le Jardin. Oh my gosh, we got shades. Let's see how those look. Hang on, we gotta check out the shades. +1 visual calculus, either reckoner, -1 drama. Try. Fantastic. What was this? What are these things we're grabbing? Okay. It's a communism book of some sort. Oh, there's something we can interact with?
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They
Is that
represent
true?
a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time
In real life, is
above
that
it.
true?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages, see what catches
To
your
your
eye.
disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections.
Jesus.
International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns.
All right,
Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
let's start top to bottom. Editor's note. We gotta catch everything, even though this likely isn't. This likely is not. The magazine itself is likely not super relevant to the crime and stuff. There might be something in the doodles that's in these sections, right? That are written by whoever reads it. So we're gonna check it out.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism.
Okay.
But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs. Please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Whisper, Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds
All right,
before
international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine.
Okay.
You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border, something about bear wrestling in Samara, book riots in Yugograd.
Okay.
Whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to
See
that.
what this bear wrestling's all about, dude.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed bear wrestling the national sport of the SRV.
This is the part where I realize what I'm gonna title this video about. It'll be about bear wrestling. Tell me about this Uncle Sport.
Based on the description in this article, he appears to be an extremely competent and democratically elected president. Sapormat Sport Kanajinsky is well into his third decade as president of the
Third
SRV.
decade as president?
Outside Samara, he's known for three things: brutal repression of internal dissent, monumental corruption, and a near pathological obsession with physical fitness.
Yeah, now let's get to the bear wrestling though, for real.
It's quite straightforward. A standard match features one man, or in some cases woman, against one bear. Two competitors, one ring, 5 rounds, or until incapacitation.
Glad we're
According to the
nowhere near
SRV's
that.
Ministry of Information, the program has been a tremendous success. Public support stands at 87%, and youth obesity and alcoholism rates are down 12% and 7% respectively.
I guess it's hard to fight a bear if you're out of shape.
That's very much the idea. President Kaczynski has long maintained that a strong body is the best defense against capitalist aggression.
Kim, do you think there's any chance our case will take us to the SRV?
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
I was thinking it might be fun to see a bear fight.
They're quite the spectacle, as I understand. I've heard they make the people in the front rows wear plastic sheets.
That's crazy. Dude, I love Kim's voice.
On account of the blood, you see.
You flip back to the front of the
All right,
magazine.
Kunston
The
Coulter.
table of contents. It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst
I knew
und
that's what it
Kultur
was.
must mean arts and culture. As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Dude, there's so much stuff in these books, these magazines. Read the profile of CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Okay, what is this tip-top tourney?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
Fantastic.
If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Sounds dull. Oh, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top
Dude,
Tourney.
problematic's one of those words, you know? One of those words that have become really popular in the past 10 years. Problematic. Yeah. One of those. What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Who wrote this stuff?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
Fantastic.
There's no way those are real names.
Wait, why aren't they real names?
Have you ever met anyone named Exilus? Come on.
That would be
They're
that's one of those
plain
names. Like Tragedy is a name. You've seen that subreddit, but it's spelled with like DEIGH at the end. Terrible. What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Dude, this is what this video's become today. It's just us reading
Thus,
this magazine.
the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes, or even a Frita.
Yeah, but like, you gotta see like the Home Depot car versus the McDonald's car and the Lowe's Jimmy Johnson car and all that.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest. At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
I'm pretty sure I like it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
Guess I've never thought about it that much.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
I love that this is written here as if the article's talking to me. And this article says that no one really watches Tip Top Tourney for the races.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind?
It seems to think so.
A certain kind of young man reads 1 or 2 books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor.
Him
much
loves
less a
cars,
motor
you can
race.
tell.
I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
You flip back to the front of the
Alright, we
magazine.
got one more section.
The
Local
table,
concerns.
unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt.
Oh, we're gonna read all these stories?
First, we take Martinez. Then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer,
God.
G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Oh. Well, you gotta pay your rent. Let's see. Wouldn't it be better for everyone if labor and capital could reach some reasonable
According to
accommodation?
these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the
Mucilaginous,
coalition.
that's a word. Hold on, what's this about a coalition?
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already.
Do I not get to make a
honestly.
check for this?
You flip back to the front of the...
Alright. Fantastic. These are postcards. Okay. This is a lovely place to stop today. I hope y'all enjoyed our reading of a magazine today, as well as our big jump we did in investigating the body. This game, I'm enjoying it a lot. The dialogue really cracks me up sometimes. But it's also pretty slow paced, which is interesting, but I'm having a good time. I do love that so much of it's voice acted too. That's pretty sweet. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank y'all so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Peace out.